Hey everybody, Carpud here. Just want to do a quick tour of my toolbox here and a short review of the Harbor Freight US General tool chest that they have. Usually you can find it on sale for about 300 bucks. So let's start with the top here. I actually need to get a step stool to get up there because I'm pretty damn short. As you can see, there's top that opens up here. It's got pneumatic lifts or hydraulic lifts that work pretty well. There's a pretty fair amount of space up here, but since I can't really reach up here, it's just kind of a junk drawer and mostly where I put my helmet. There's 3 small drawers right here. Up here is kind of my SAE stuff I don't use too much. This is cutting and a few other specialty tools, a bunch of different knives, utility blades, lighters, you never know. Hex keys, stamp set. And here's some more specialty measuring tools. Bunch of different tape measures, little slide rule, calipers down there somewhere, thermometers, you never know. These 2 right here I don't really use since, like I said, I'm short. This just has a couple things in it. And there's a few more. These are hose removal pliers, tubing pliers. Now I can step down because I'm at that level. As you can see, I've also labeled all my drawers. Kind of switched up the order of everything, so it always confuses me. Even after a couple of years of use, it's still, I didn't know exactly what drawer was what, so the labels really help. So I'm in a wrenches drawer. This is all metric stuff. Some cobalt twisted ratcheting wrenches, some gear wrench, some stubbies just from Harbor Freight. I don't use those too much. This guy was just a cobalt little stubby 10mm that I bent for adjusting valves on my motorcycle. A couple random wrenches. This gear wrench I actually found, it didn't have the gear in it, but found it in the middle of the road, so free 22mm. And then just standard set of Craftsman combination wrenches and a gear wrench in the back for that one size that I always need. Next we got screwdrivers. Just Craftsman stuff, a couple gear wrench, a couple Klein. Snap-on gasket scraper back there. These are pretty cool, these little mini screwdrivers. I don't use those too much, but you never know. Pick set, extractor set. This is a little magnet that holds all my screwdrivers in place. There's a snap-on right there. And it works pretty well to keep them from rolling around. Next I got pliers. This drawer is not organized at all. I wish I could figure out some way to do so. I've seen some people that stand them up like this in like a CD holder rack. I might do that. This middle chest right here, this would be my complaint of the Harbor Freight tool cabinet. This drawer right here would normally be where everybody keeps their sockets. However, with some of these deeper sockets, you can't stand them up. They just fall over when you close. So that's probably my only complaint, is that these drawers aren't very deep, especially this one. You know, really, I wish they'd remove one of these drawers to make this extra wide. So anyway, I got this Waterloo middle chest, and it is, I don't know if you can see that, but it is the perfect height for all these sockets. Top drawer, just socket wrenches, extensions. And again, those are on a magnet rail. Just real quick, grab what you need, put it back. Next drawer is all the sockets. I took some particle board and just screwed down those cheap Harbor Freight socket rails to the particle board, made it fit, and it really keeps everything together a lot better than it was. Again, this is all metric stuff. except for these 12 points back here. Those are standard. This is a max set that I just got on sale. Haven't used yet or figured out what to do with. Most of this stuff is all Craftsman. It's worked well for me so far. This is kind of my junk drawer right now. Sometimes I'll clear it out and use it as a workspace, but it's just random stuff. Here's the electrical drawer that everybody seems to have. I just made some little dividers out of, I don't know what this was, a Pop-Tart box or something. Just duct tape and just holds all that stuff together. Yeah, there's not much to this drawer. This is just another random drawer, you know, got some drill index here, some masonry drill bits, I don't even know what these are, wood bits, some crappy pry bars from Harbor Freight, brake tools. This kind of adhesives, Loctite. I got these little drawers from Goodwill for 99 cents, or little cabinet things. You know, it's good for keeping all this Loctite together, all the different glue together, whatever, tape together, and then all the duct tape and stuff goes here. I don't even know what's in this box. Okay, so that's puller set. I try to keep things as organized as possible, so that's why I use a little pencil case for that. Some more just random stuff, you know, Craftsman socket set. That's all standard stuff I don't use. That's empty. Multimeter that didn't fit in my electrical drawer, rivet gun, engine hone. These guys here hold, well, that one doesn't have much, but they hold just different drill drivers and bits. And that one's still empty. There's my decent pry bars. Torque wrench from Harbor Freight. Works okay. Bunch of hammers, little Dremel engraver, pickle fork. This is welding supplies and battery charging, a tubing bender, there's a heat gun, a rivet gun. Down here, just like everybody else, the power tool drawer. Got a Milwaukee cutoff / grinder, Ingersoll screwdriver. I don't even know what brand this is. Car. Die grinder with carbide, Craftsman, clutch, cobalt. Nothing too fancy in here. I don't use them very much. I probably use the grinder the most. So there we have it. Like I said, my only big complaint with this drawer or cabinet set was this drawer is not very deep. But if you don't use a bunch of sockets, or if you don't stand them up like this, it'd probably work okay. If you use smaller sockets, like these guys that are just shallow, they'll fit perfectly. Or just get a little middle chest, and that's why it's so tall and I can't reach up there, and that's why I don't bother with crap up there. You can also hang a bunch of stuff on the side from the handles. Obviously it's all steel, so anything magnetic will stick to it. The steel's pretty thick. I'm actually pretty surprised at how thick that steel is. Everything has ball bearings on the sliders, so everything slides really nice. Another small complaint I have, which probably isn't a big deal to most people, is just these edges right here are very sharp. I ended up filing and sanding down a lot of these. A lot of people say that the casters aren't too great. I don't roll this thing around, so I really don't care. My garage floor is not level, so that's why there's wood underneath. But yeah, for the price, you can't beat this. It's great. The paint's not that great. I'm not sure if you can see all the orange peel. Oh yeah, you can see that orange peel versus the Waterloo, which has no orange peel in there. But it's a toolbox. Who cares what the paint looks like? I covered it with stickers anyway. It's gonna get nasty and greasy and dirty. Speaking of dirt, these right here, these little strips they put on here, these are aluminum of some kind. They don't clean up too terribly bad. If you can see all that dirt I just wiped away. So yeah, like I said, for the money, it's a great little kit. Good to get you started. So there you have it. Hope this helps somebody out. Alright, just want to add one more thing here. If you live in a humid climate like I do, you might want to get or hold on to some of these silica gel absorbing packets, moisture absorbing packets, because as you can see, there's a pretty large gap here. These tolerances on these shelves aren't too tight or the same throughout. However, on the old box that I had, this Craftsman, you can see how tight that is. The reason that's an issue is that lets a lot of moisture into these drawers. And so like in this pliers drawer, you can see all that rust on there. I've had these for probably 10 years, and my father had them for who knows how many years before that, and they've never had rust on them until I put them in this cabinet. Another thing is, where's it go? These are probably a month old, these gear wrench pliers, and they're supposed to spring open just like these do. But with all the rust they've got on them, they don't do that anymore. Oh, there they go. They're not too great looking right now. I might have to clean these up. So yeah, just be aware of that. Just anytime you get a pair of shoes or anything like that that comes with these packs, just hold on to them, throw them in your toolbox. Try to keep your tools looking as nice as possible for as long as possible. Alright.